Thank you. So members, we are looking at statistics. We are looking at what? Statistics. Yes, we are saying as a statistician, as a what? A statistician is someone who collect data. Is someone who collect what? Data. So when you are collecting, someone who do research, but when you are doing that, there are some key aspects that you must do. Key notes. Key what?
Notes.
They said the first one is what? For you to analyze anything, to come out with any conclusion, you must what? Collect what? You must collect what? Collection of what? Data. After collecting, what do you do to the data? You what? Presentation, not so? You present the data, not so?
Yeah.
After presenting the data, what do you do to read? You interpret, not so?
Yes.
Interpretation. In the process of interpreting, what do? You do what? Analysis. You do what?
Analysis.
You analyze. After analyzing, what do? You what? You give the what?
Conclusion.
You give the conclusion. That's what a statistician must do, members. You collect data, you present data, you interpret, you analyze, and then you what? You conclude. So what we discussed the other time, we were looking at how we collect data. Not so? Collection of data. That's what we discussed last week. Collection of data. We said when you are collecting data, there are two types of data that you must pay attention to. What are the type of data we talk about? Type of data. What did we talk about, members? We said we have what we call what? Qualitative data, not so? Yes. Then we also have what?
Quantitative data.
Quantitative data. We said qualitative, this one does not require numbers. This one, no numbers. No what? No numbers. But this one, you present them in what? You present them in numbers. Okay? And what are the examples of qualitative data that we have talked about? What are some of the examples we talk about? What are some of the examples of qualitative data?
Names of people.
Names, names of people or individual. What else? Colors, place of birth. Those are what? Qualitative data. Then when we come to qualitative, what about quantitative?
Age.
We talk of age. We talk of height. We talk of weight. Time. Okay?
Yes.
Now, if you remember also very well, we said quantitative data, just to give you a quick reminder, quantitative what? Data is again divided into how many members? It's again divided into how many? Into two. Which one? Which one? Which one and which one?
Discrete data.
We have discrete and then
continuous data.
Then continuous data. Very good. You people, you are very good. You people, you are very good. And we have discussed all that. But now when I look at the information you have collected, members, people have collected their data very well. People collected their data very what?
Very well.
Though some of you have few numbers. I don't know where you stay. But like Puff, where do you stay?
Yes, teacher.
Where do you stay? Where do you stay? Because I'm looking at your data here you've collected. I want to see where do you stay?
I stay around Bugolobi.
Hey, around Bugolobi. That's why I saw very many taxis. I saw very many people walking the partitions. I mean, That was good. That was good. Keep it up, okay? Members, are we together?
Yes.
So today, I want us to look at how do we presentation of data. Like now, the data you have collected, you have collected it very well, but there's something you have left out in presentation. That's what we want to look at it today. Subheading, presentation of data. Presentation of data. Presentation of data. Presentation of what? Data. Presentation of data. Presentation of data. Presentation of data. Members?
Yes.
After collecting data, you must present or you must represent it. Representation of data or presentation of data. So what are the terms? Let's look at the term use. Terms what? Use. Number one, we have what we call frequency. We have what we call, you present it in the table. You present it in a what? In the table, and that table is called frequency distribution table. It's called frequency distribution table. Called what? Frequency distribution table. What is frequency now? We say frequency. Let me hope you're able to see my screen, members. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Frequency distribution table. Now, definition. Definition. What is frequency? When they say something is frequency, what do we mean? When you hear the word frequency, what comes into your mind? Frequency is like the number of times a given thing is occurring, no, sir? Frequency is the number of frequency of an event, is the number of times, is the number of times, is the number of times that an event or what occurs. Is the number of times that an event occurs. Is the number of times that an event occurs. Full stop. So when we are talking about numbers here, when we are talking about numbers, which means it involves what? It involves what? Counting. It involves what, members? It involves what? Counting. Say full stop. It involves counting. It involves counting the scores. It involves counting the scores. It involves counting the what? The scores. It involves counting the scores, and the scores are represented. The scores are represented using tallies. Using what? Using what, members?
Tally.
Using tallies.
Tally.
Or using the tallying mark is this. This is the tallying mark. The tallying mark. We put a slash, okay? Like that. This is the tallying, okay? Are you together?
Yes.
We use a tallying mark. This is the tallying mark. So we count. A tallying mark is represented. If this is one, not so. This is 2. This is 3. This is what? 4. Now, when it reaches the fifth one you cross like this. I think that, members.
Yes.
You put 1,
Yes.
2, 3, 4. Then the fifth one you cross. So this one, when you are counting this one, we take it as what? We take it as what? 5. What about this one? This one is what? This one is 2.
2.
What about this one? 1, 2, 3. Like that. This one is how many?
3.
That one is how many?
7.
This is 7. Good. That is good. So this one is the tallying. This is what we call the what? The tallying. Then this is what we call the what? This is the what? The frequency. Okay?
Yes.
But you must present it in what we call a frequency distribution table. In what we call a frequency distribution what? Table. Let's look at one of the example. Example. A sample. Let's look at this. That's a sample. A sample of a frequency distribution table. A sample of a frequency distribution what? Table. How do we come out with it? How do you come out with it? So this is how we draw it.
Teacher. Teacher.
Yes.
What's that again? You repeat.
Which one? Which one?
From presentation of data.
From what?
Presentation of data.
You have joined late.
No, I assume that my laptop has a problem.
Okay, I'm going to repeat, but first draw this. I'm going to repeat, okay?
Okay.
So this is our frequency distribution table. Frequency distribution table. So here we have what we can put the marks. We put what we call the marks, okay? Then from the marks, we put the what? The tally. Then from the tallying, then we get what? Frequency. Frequency, we just use letter F. We use letter what? F. This is how our table should appear. This is how our table should appear. So you have the tallying, the marks, the tallying, and then the what? The frequency. Where do you get the frequency from? You get the frequency from what? From the tallying. Okay? Members, are we together?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That's the sample. So let's go to example now. And so you will understand as we proceed, okay?
Okay.
Example, members, let's look at example. Number 1, I think that question there on your screen. I think that question on your screen. What have they said? Who can read it for us? Who can read it for us, please?
Okay.
They have said 40 people were asked. Yes, please.
40 people were asked to judge which of 5 paintings labeled A, B, C, D, and E was the best. The results are given below.
Now, here we are talking about paintings, no, sir?
Yes.
We are talking about what? Paintings. For you now, as a statistician, as a researcher, you must find out. You have to find which like in Uganda, which type of paints do we have in Uganda? We have the sidoline. We have sidoline.
Lasco.
We have plascone. We have global paint. There are very many. So we want to see which one is the best. Which one is the what? Now, how will we know that is the best? How will we know?
By counting the letter that has appeared many times.
By saying which paint has appeared most. Okay.
Yes.
So we have 5 different types of paints. We have paint A, we have paint B, we have paint C, we have paint D, and then we have paint what? E. Okay. So the one which appear most, which means if it appears most, which means it has the highest what? Frequency, not so.
Yes.
The one with the highest frequency is the what? Is the best. But how do we know that is the best? So we must present our data in what we call a frequency distribution what? Table. Okay. So can we draw our table, please? Can we draw the table? Now mine is already here. Mine is already here, okay? So here, now instead of putting, let me draw another one so that we move together. Let me draw another one. So what is the title of that table? Our title is a frequency distribution table. That's the title of the table. Okay? Let's draw this. Members, are we doing it?
Yes.
So here we are going to have what? Paints, no sir?
Yes.
So
Here we are going to have the tallying.
Tally.
Then we are going to have what? Frequency F. So the paints we have A, B, C, D, and what? And what? And E. A table must be closed. A table must be closed. So can you close your table? So what are we left with? Members, what are we left with? Detailing, no sir?
Yes.
So when you are putting detailing, you have to be very careful. You have to be very keen. You have to be very what? Very keen.
Keen.
So when you look at this one, they're in rows and then what? Columns. So how should we move? Should we move by column or by rows? How should we move so that we don't leave out any letter?
Columns.
So we move by column, not so?
Yes.
So this is our first column. I think why cows are there. I think the cows are there, members.
Yes.
So this is the first column, the
Yes.
second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, the sixth one, the seventh one, and then the eighth one, not so?
Yes.
We are in the first column. The first one is what? Is B, not so?
B.
I come where B is, I put a tiling. I put like that. I think that.
Yes.
Followed by
C.
C. I come and put it there like that. Followed by
B.
B. B is now second. Followed by E.
E.
Followed by
C.
C.
C. We are through with that. We are through with that column, not so?
Yes.
Yes.
Next one. Next one is C.
C. C.
C.
C again, eh?
Yes.
C. Yes.
Then
C.
D,
C. B.
B,
C.
then C. C has now reached the fifth one. So what do? We cross like that, okay?
Yes.
We cross the bundle. Next column.
B.
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 A.
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 B.
B. We cross.
C.
C.
A.
A. Next.
B.
B.
A.
A.
B.
B.
A.
A.
D.
Next.
D.
E.
B.
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 A.
A. We close this.
B.
B. We close this. Next one.
Yes. A.
Next one is members. Members, we are on which one?
D.
We are on this one, eh? We are on which column now, members? We are in which column? We are on this one, not so?
Yes.
A. A.
D.
D.
D. C.
C.
C. C. B.
B. Next.
E.
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 E. A.
A. D.
Then D. We close this one. Then
D.
D again. Not so?
So.
The last one.
A.
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 D.
D.
B.
B.
A.
A. Are we together, members?
Yes.
So how many are there? Here we have 5. 5. So which means how many
10.
there? 10.
10.
Then here 12,
8.
8, What about here? 7,
3.
3. Now, members, to confirm our answer, we said there were how many people were asked? How many people were in this?
40.
There were 40. So can you add this? Can you add all of them? They must give us 40. They must give us what? 40.
40.
So that one we call it summation. We call it what? Summation. Are you seeing how you write the symbol? Are you seeing the symbol, members?
Yes.
Summation of F. Summation means is total. This symbol means what? Summation. Means what? Summation or what? Total. Okay? So when you add, what do you get? Do you get 40?
Yes.
This plus this is, that is 22. 22 plus this is 30, 40. So which mean we are what? We are correct. Which mean we are what?
Correct.
So which leveling? So which pen has won? Which pen was the best?
B.
Pen what?
B.
Pen B. So can you put it down? So you said pen B. Paint B was the what?
The best.
Why? Because why? Because what? Because it has the highest. Because it has the highest what? The highest tallies. The highest what? Or the highest frequency. It has the highest what?
Frequency.
It has the highest. It has the highest frequency. Okay.
Yes.
Good. You can see that. You can see it from there. So pen B with the 12 volt wins the prize. Members, are we together?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, members.
Yes. Yes.
Now, whose data should I use? That is the other time someone submitted the work. Then we want to see. Let me use this data, the one we collected at that time. Okay. Members, an example number 2. Number what?
Yes.
Number 2. I'm
2.
using the other one we collected the other time. Okay.
Yes.
What was the question all about? The question was, we have to find the mean of transport, not so. Mean of what?
Transport.
It was on mean of transport. It was on our mean of transport. So what we did, we consider what? People what? People walking, not so?
Yes.
Walking, and then what? What was? How many people were using bike? Then how many people were using what? Cars. Then how many people were using what? Taxis, not so? Buses or taxis. So I'm going to just pick those results randomly. Okay. So
yes.
Let's draw frequency. Now this was how you are supposed to present your data. Okay. Frequency distribution what? Table. Frequency distribution table. So let's say this was mean of transport. This was mean of what? Mean of what?
Transport.
Mean of transport. Mean of transport. Let me give enough space for this one because here we have tallies. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Then after tallying, what do we get?
Frequency.
We get frequency. After tallying, we get frequency. Like that. So the first mean of transport was?
Walking.
Walk. Let's just put it walk, okay? Okay?
Yes.
Bike. The second one was? Cars.
Car.
Then what? Bus or taxi. Close your table. Close your table, please. A table must be closed, okay?
Yes.
Table must be closed. Let's assume. Let's what?
Assume.
Which result should we use? How many people? Which result should we use here? And so on.
Yes.
For you, we found how many people are walking? In your data, how many people were walking?
10.
There were 10, eh?
Yes.
So can we put the tallying here, members? So we put the tallying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the frequency must be what? 10, not so?
Yes.
That's how you are supposed to present your data the other time. Okay? And so that is good. What about son? Son, how many people were using bike?
Teacher, there were very many, like there were 55.
55?
Within 1 hour. Yes.
So now, which one should we take? Let's assume there were how many?
12.
Okay. Don't copy this one. Don't copy this one. Let's get another value. Let's assume they were 15.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Let's take they were 15, right?
Yes.
Can you put the tallings? Put the tallings. So which mean here what? 15, right? Pav, how many people are using cars? Yes, Pav, how many people are using cars?
Should I just give a random guess or I say the one which I got?
Just give a random guess now because I saw your values. There were too many.
Yeah. Okay, let me give a random guess of 25.
20?
25.
25. Good. So can you make the tallings for that? Make the tallying for that. Which means that how many? 20? 25. So I need to see 5 bundles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Who else? Joshua?
Yes.
Joshua, how many in your research, how many people were using taxis or buses?
Teacher, the place like where I research taxis weren't passing around.
So there were no taxis?
But I can give a yes.
There were no taxis?
Yeah.
Okay. What about Tracy? Tracy, what about you? Were there some taxis in your area or buses?
Yes.
How many?
I'm going to give 10.
You are going to give what? Okay, let's say there was 7 taxis. Okay. 20 is going to be very big. It's going to be very big. Let's say there were how many members? Let's put a number less than 10. Okay.
7.
Yeah, like 7. Let's put like 7. Like that. Like that. Not so?
Yes.
Members?
Yes.
Which means how many people were in this experiment? How many people were engaged in this experiment? Can you find the total frequency? What would be our total frequency? How many people were there?
57.
There are how many?
57.
There are 57. Which means total frequency is what? 50 what? 57. Okay? Members?
Yes.
That one is our present data. Okay? By putting the first one, put
Yes.
them in what we call a frequency distribution what? Table. Okay?
Table.
Now, the second way,
Yes.
apart from using a frequency distribution table, we use what we call, we have what we call pie chart. We have what we call pie what?
Pie chart.
Then we also have what we call a bar chart. A bar chart or what? Graph. Now, this one is graphical presentation. This one is what? Graphical what?
Presentation.
Graphical presentation. Graphical what? Presentation. That one was what? Table. That one was what? Table. Now we are on what? The first one is pie chart. Pie chart. Then we have what we call a pictogram. There's what we call a what?
Pictogram.
Pictogram. So let's start with the pie chart. Let's start with what?
Pie chart.
Subheading pie chart. I think pie chart is not new to us, no, sir?
Yes.
So how are we going to present them in pie chart? The first thing we have to do is to convert them into what? We convert them to what? Degrees. We convert them to what?
Degrees.
So first convert the given frequencies. The given what? Frequencies to what? To degrees. Degrees. And draw a circle of a suitable radius. A circle of suitable what? Radius. And construct the respective degrees and construct the respective what? Degrees. Okay? Members, are we together?
Yes.
So we are going to use this very data. We are going to use this very data, okay? So like from here, you can see very clearly that, which means in the area where we were, there were very many people using what? Cars, which means you are in urban setting, okay?
Yes.
But if you're in the village, is it going to be the same results?
No.
So which type of data is this one? Is it a discrete data or a continuous data?
Continuous data.
Is a continuous data. Excellent. This is a continuous what? Data, okay? Because it keeps on changing from one place to what? To another. Yes. So now you can see very clearly, which means cars will take what? Mass of the setting. So which means this one is urban. This is urban setting. This one is urban what? Setting. So can we draw our pie chart, members? Can we draw our pie chart? Like we have said, the first thing for you to draw a pie chart, you must convert them into what? Degrees. You must first convert them to what? To degrees. So let's start with the first one. The first one was what? Walk, not so?
Yes.
In walk, what was it? It's going to be 10 out of the total numbers of people who participated, which is what? 50 what? 50 what? 57. Time. We know that we are doing a circle. What is the total angle? What is the total angle in a circle, members? 300 and what? It's 360. Yes. Yes. So what do you get when you convert that? So we have 10 divided by 57, then times what? 360. What have you got, members? What have you got? It's what? 60 what? 63 degrees. Is 63 what?
Degrees.
You have to round up because our protractor does not measure decimal point. Our protractor measure whole numbers. Our protractor measure whole what? Numbers.
Number.
Yes, that's why I've rounded it to what? A whole number. Okay. The second one is bike, not so? Bike is what? 15 out of 57 times 360 degrees. What do you get? What have you got? It's 94.7, not so? But when you round off, you get 90 what? 95. 95. The third one is the cars. We have cars. The cars, which is taking 25 out of 57 times 360 degrees. Is 150? 57, but if you round off, you get what? 8, not so? Members, if you round up, yes. The last one is bus or taxis, which is taking only 7 out of 57 times 360 degrees. What have you got? Is 44. Is 40 what?
44.
Because there is 44.2. 42.2 you round down. Okay. So members.
Yes.
Do you have all of that information down? Our time, we have less than a minute. So we shall join back and then we draw the pie chart. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So put it down.